Delivering an effective academic slideshow presentation requires active management of three critical components of delivery. These include effectively using your voice, eye contact, and presence. Consider your voice. Alongside your slides, you're going to be directly addressing the audience with your spoken message. Even if you aren't the most confident public speaker, there are a few basic concepts you can utilize to help your message hit the mark in an academic setting. In the last video, we briefly touched on tone. You're a college student in an academic setting, so you should be attempting to strike an academic tone. You're wanting to look and sound like an educated individual, a trustworthy expert in your field of study, an expert who wants their message to be clearly understood. Your first goal should be using professional, audience-appropriate language. A presentation that's not academic enough might sound something like this. Yo, what's up everyone? The thing I did on my project was like, how trash in the ocean is bad and stuff. As opposed to a presentation that's a bit too academic. I performed a quantitative interdisciplinary assessment of prokaryotic nucleotide excision repair in tryphan alongside theta deoxidization methodology research similar to that performed by BITA in 2019 for CDOS. Two opposite extremes to be sure, but the point is this. For most academic slideshow presentations, you're wanting to be as professional as possible, but not so overloaded with technical terms and jargon that you lose your audience entirely. After all, in an academic presentation, you're taking the stage as an expert, but they can't get excited about what you're working on unless they can understand what you're working on. Explain it to them in ways that don't go over their heads. Using excessive technical jargon or abbreviations the audience might not know are some of the easiest ways to lose your audience. At the same time, you'll want to avoid choosing words that are too vague or inappropriate for use in an academic setting. Also, remember that you're presenting as an academic, trying to teach your audience. You're not trying to sell them a product, so stay on message with specific, truthful facts and data instead of unrealistic promises or insubstantial salesmanship. Finally, make sure you're maintaining proper pacing. Speak too quickly, and you risk blurring key terms or phrases together. Speak too slowly, and you might risk losing the audience's attention. When you rehearse your presentation, try to keep track of how long it takes you to move through each individual slide. Remain conscious of your pacing so you can seek to balance how quickly or how slowly you need to pace yourself and find a consistent, well-practiced rhythm. When you look at somebody during a presentation and make that critical moment of eye contact, you're making a valuable connection. You're letting them know that you value their presence, and more importantly, their attention. If you're not looking at your audience actively over the course of your slideshow presentation, you're missing out on an important opportunity to make those meaningful connections. The best way to win the attention of your audience is to demonstrate that you're paying attention to them, and eye contact is the best way to do that for free without disrupting the overall flow of your presentation. In a classroom setting, you should be attempting to divide your attention equally over the classroom, making firm and meaningful eye contact, maybe even punctuated with a nice nod or a smile. This is especially important during that aforementioned dip in audience attention span halfway through a presentation. Eye contact can help win people back and stop you looking like someone who is lacking confidence, or dependent solely on their notes and slides, and the less dependent you are on those, the better your delivery will become overall. Controlling your positioning, presence, and gestures is important. Most of our presentations and classroom designs here at CSU CI will require you to stand alongside your projector screen and slide content. Knowing this, you should plan to rehearse your presentation the same way you're intending to deliver it. Standing up straight, alongside your presentations, professionally dressed, and conscious of your movement and gestures. Controlling this movement is important. Avoid slouching or leaning on walls and tables. Let your stance be natural. If you're too relaxed, you'll look overly casual. If you're too rigid, you'll look and make everyone feel uncomfortable. Instead, stand with your feet apart, your shoulders squared, facing the audience. A relaxed, straight posture will convey confidence and authority. And whatever you do, don't stand in front of your screen. If you have access to a podium or lectern, don't be afraid to make use of it. It may give you that anchor and additional boost of authority that you need. Additionally, make sure you have a plan of attack for managing your technology. If you can't have your computer close to where you're planning to speak, consider picking up a clicker to help you advance through your slides remotely. We have these alongside other useful technologies for you to check out for temporary use at the library's checkout desk. Ultimately, staying conscious of your delivery throughout the development of your presentation, carefully rehearsing and managing your voice, eye contact, and presence will greatly improve your credibility as a presenter and your overall grade on your next academic presentation. If you need an extra helping hand, don't hesitate to ask for support at the Writing and Multiliteracy Center so we can give you the feedback and constructive criticism to help improve your delivery and give that extra boost of confidence before the big day.